sengenile kuseboshiwe khalelani mama khalelani mama umithe omunye futhi bizokuyibheda lezi bizothiwa yibheda lo babashiwe bedayisa lento yayigqebha le engaziwa lento ngathiwa yamunca siyisiqeda mhlawumbe nizoyazi ngomphakathi uma mumithi inkosi yami kodwa udayisa iqeda.
This lady is pregnant, but she's selling inqeta. What's inqeta? Is it drugs or alcohol? Because this is an alcohol video. Illegal alcohol, that is.
My condition so
yep, this is all happening today, mama. Welcome, Tobeka. Yep, unfortunately, Umama Lana, she seemingly pregnant. And she was running an operation with her husband of fake alcohol, and they had a couple of people working for this operation that they got going on. So yeah, we're gonna look into this story throughout this whole stream, and we're gonna look at similar stories, and we're gonna touch on to how everything is political. Literally everything is political. This right here, very political. As to how they were able to get the ingredients in the first place. I don't know if this is the scarce skills that Julius Malema was talking about, because to be fair, it is a scarce skill. I don't know a lot of South Africans who are able to make alcohol. Honestly speaking, I mean, obviously there is the African beer. I mean, every single African, you know, I don't want to say every single African lady, but most of them do. At least our parents do. I don't know about our girlfriends or not, but our parents, at least, they still have, you know, those old traditional customs. You know what I'm saying? They still have those skills and whatnot. But as far as operating on a more commercial scale, that's a scarce scale. So Julius Malema was right when he told us that these people are gonna bring some very, very skills that South Africans don't possess. I mean, what the hell? All jokes aside.
Why
are you crying, mama?
Next time when you have a proper document.
My goodness. My goodness. Julius Malema is gonna be furious. How could they put a pregnant woman in a police van? South African police must be put in order. Juju is gonna be devastated. Devastated. How can they put a pregnant woman? Is it because she's a foreigner? South Africans are xenophobic.
I need to water. My mouth almost is dry. Mommy, please let me get out of it. I got to
She's saying that I have got an ID, mama, please. She's screaming that I have got an ID, mama, please. What kind of ID are you talking about, man? Identity document. What kind of identity document are you talking about, man? If I was the police, I would let her show me her ID. Just off curiosity. I'm just curious to see what kind of ID she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? since Home Affairs has been exposed for dishing them out like fat cakes. Well, there you have it, folks. That's an example of our future employer rather. And here we have a Nigerian man was reportedly caught in Durban for allegedly selling an Inqika drug to school learners. Haibo. It is further alleged that he is working with certain medical professionals to obtain medication used in the production of this dangerous substance, which is said to be increasingly abused among school children in South Africa. Listen closely. This young man links up with local doctors and they sell our school children inqina. I don't know if that's is that cough syrup. I don't know. They get medication. They get it for kids. This young man is from Nigeria. And then they say that South Africans hate Nigerians. How could you do this whole thing of selling drugs to our children? So there is no way. There is no way. I don't know what khupile means. I don't know what that means. Just like now we're in the situation, what needs to happen now?
South Africans are wrong.
And then they're going to say South Africans are wrong. How, Sway? This man is getting medication from a doctor. They taking it out of the back doors there in hospital. And then they mix it up to make it inqina and then they sell it to kids. Blood clot. Blood clot. I guess your favorite politician, Tobeka, was right when he said these people come in the country with rare and scarce skills that the country of South Africa needs to grow its economy. He was right. He was right, Shim. Because how do you finesse a doctor that's working in a hospital? How do you finesse that person to give you a box of medication which you can mix up and repurpose for the consumption of school kids, for them to give you a rand every single day when they come back from school? How do you finesse that? How do you figure that out? Because last time I checked, South Africans were not doing these things. There was never a time when I was growing up where me and my friends were just chilling in a corner somewhere, or at least as of today, currently, one day I'm gonna take my phone and switch on my camera and walk to the nearest spaza shop. I want you to see how many kids are blooming there, sipping soda that looks purple. It's a norm in the townships. It's a norm for kids to be blooming in a corner and holding 2-liter bottles and sipping. It's a norm. I'm not saying 5 people. I'm not talking about 8. I'm talking about 15 minimum. Facts. Why would I lie? Bro. Okay, cool. So in tomorrow's stream, when I start tomorrow's stream, just make sure that you're here at 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. Tomorrow's stream, I'm gonna play you guys a video of kids blooming in a spaza shop drinking lean. I promise I'll do that. And we'll just sit down and count how many kids are in that video. And I'll go to another spaza shop that's walking distance from the one that I'll be taking the video, and I'll take another video. And I'll show you another group of 15 plus kids doing the exact same thing. All thanks to the scarce skill that our fellow Africans were able to contribute to South Africans. We appreciate it. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job.
Stop hating on your future employers.
Why are you hating on that lady?
These people are going to hire you.
That lady's going to hire you.
They are the most polite people.
She's the most polite person
even when
ever.
they are educated.
And she's very educated, that lady. That Nigerian lady that's allegedly selling fake alcohol, very educated. She's a future employer. South Africa? Why are you hating on that person? Tandek, how dare you hate on her? How dare you, Tandek? You have the nerve.
They still work for small jobs that pay nothing. They don't have pride. They know that you have to work to serve and feed your families.
Especially considering the fact that she's seemingly pregnant. So she has to produce that alcohol to feed her family. How dare you judge her, Tandek? How dare you? How dare you? This is a hardworking woman who's trying to feed her kids and fend for her unborn child. You better not say nothing about that lady. But if you do have words for that lady, you are xenophobic, Tandek.
A shocking discovery in Emalaheni, Mpumalanga, South Africa, has once again brought attention to the intersection of crime, xenophobia, and socio-economic tensions in the country. Law enforcement officials recently intercepted an illegal alcohol manufacturing operation run by a Nigerian woman and her husband. The facility was producing counterfeit whiskey.
Yeah, Kurt, listen closely. This happened in Emalaheni in Mpumalanga.
A shocking discovery in Emalaheni, Mpumalanga, South Africa, has once again...
Oh, she's not a queen, but what do you mean? She's allegedly a criminal.
Shocking discovery in Emalaheni, Mpumalanga, South Africa, has once again brought attention to the intersection of crime, xenophobia, and socio-economic tensions in the country.
So, you know what? This AI, I found this AI channel. Listen to this guy's talking points. He loves using the phrase anti-immigration. He loves calling South Africa xenophobic. Just listen to those keywords that he uses throughout the video, and you'll see that it's a common pattern of this YouTube channel that's AI generated that literally frames South Africa as this horrible country that's so xenophobic. Anyway, let's keep going.
Law enforcement officials recently intercepted an illegal alcohol manufacturing operation run by a Nigerian woman and her husband. The facility was producing counterfeit whiskey, vodka, and gin alongside fake packaging materials. And alarmingly...
Guys, don't do me like that. Click the like button. Don't do me like that. There's 31 people in here, so I'm expecting to see 31 likes. Stop playing with me. What the blood clot?
The operation involved minors in the adulteration and packaging process.
The operation... Hey, guys, are you guys listening? You guys are not listening. Kurt, you're not listening, my boy. Where's Cedric?
A Nigerian woman and her husband. The facility was producing counterfeit whiskey, vodka, and gin alongside fake packaging materials.
Listen.
And alarmingly, the operation involved minors in the adulteration and packaging process.
Minors, babies, they were involved with the packaging process. This is a whole factory. This is a whole operation. This is a whole... We need more hands to help us because we are making so much sales. We're making a lot of money in this business that we need to employ people. I don't care if these people are minors or not. Bring them in. We need more hands in this whole operation. How many of those minors, God forbid, how many of those minors are victims of child trafficking? We're going to follow this case for the next 7 days. I'm going to be talking about this situation for the next 7 days. You better click the subscribe button and ring your notification bell because I never have a set dedicated time to go live. I just go live when I feel like going live. So if I say I'm going to go live at 2 p.m., I might go live at 2 a.m. in the morning. Click your notification bell so that when I go live, you get notified on your phone so you can be able to dissect and analyze and go on a deep dive to find out what the blood clot going on and whose kids are helping this lady operate this whole illegal factory. We need to dig deep in the story. So if you haven't clicked the subscribe button yet, you're sleeping on the job.
Alarmingly, the operation involved minors in the adulteration and packaging process.
Can you believe it?
This incident, while criminal in nature, has added fuel to ongoing debates and campaigns by anti-immigrant groups who use high-profile arrests like this one to just...
You heard what he said? He said anti-immigration groups. He's calling Operation Dudula, he's calling March and March anti-immigration groups. Shut up, you AI blood clot bro. Who are you? With your Nigerian accent? Shout out to my Niger folk. But like say, whoever is running this YouTube channel, which I'm not gonna leak because I don't want you guys to go give it engagement. Because I know if I leak and I tell you what this YouTube channel is, well, you can see the title. So by searching the title, it's gonna pop up blood clot. But now, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to shine a light on this YouTube channel because now, if you go on this channel, you're going to start commenting in the comment section that say, blood clot, blood clot, blood clot. You're going to cast them off. And now you're going to give it engagement. YouTube is going to push the videos even more. Since last week, I've been playing these videos from this channel. And the common theme here is that this channel is literally shining some negative light on South Africa, talking about the xenophobia that's non-existent. By definition, South Africa is not xenophobic. By definition. We spoke about that word already. Somebody came into this live stream, somebody came into this live chat and said that South Africa is xenophobic. I'm like, what do you mean South Africa is xenophobic? Cedric, you were here when that happened. Tobeka wasn't here. But Kurt, you were here when that happened. And that Black Cloud Blue, who's no longer joining these live streams, decided to put the definition of xenophobia in our live chat. And we read the definition of xenophobia, and we all came to a conclusion that is not South Africa. But listen to this brew, how he talks about South Africa and how he talks about March and March and operations like Operation Dudula. But he never criticizes the politicians of this country. So this Nigerian AI ran YouTube video, every single video that they post is about South Africa. Blood clot.
While criminal in nature, has added fuel to ongoing debates and campaigns by anti-immigrant groups who use high-profile arrests like this one to justify calls for foreign nationals to leave South Africa. The operation was discovered after law enforcement received credible intelligence regarding illicit activity in the area. Officers raided the facility and seized significant quantities of counterfeit alcohol along with the materials used to mimic established brands. Reports indicate that the couple had been producing these fake spirits for local distribution, putting consumers at risk and engaging in illegal profiteering. The involvement of minors in the process raises further ethical and legal concerns, highlighting the exploitative nature of the operation and the broader dangers associated with illicit trade.
Your future employer, the one here on my screen, your future employer, South Africans, this one over here, couldn't even, at least bare minimum, hire people who are of legal age to help you, at least. People who are actually of legal age that you can't, that maybe, have adult responsibilities. No, she would rather hire, or she would rather illegally use minors. Bro, the last time I heard about minors working in factories I was a baby when I heard about that. And it was in China. China was being accused of having factories that are run by kids, by minors. 24 hours, 365. Kids working even at night. I didn't think it was happening in South Africa as well. I had no idea. I'm shocked. I didn't know that we had minors working in alcohol factories in South Africa. And your favorite politician, Tandeka, has the nerve to tell us that we are overreacting when we say that there's some crazy things that South Africans are not used to that are happening currently in South Africa. Blood clot crazy things that we never heard of before are happening right now in South Africa. And it's not the South Africans who are doing these things. Not to say that South Africans are not involved in crime, or not to say that South Africans are not also implicated in the same crime that's being discussed on this video right now. But we just never had these crimes, bruh. Alcohol used to be alcohol. Black label used to be black label. This used to slap. We used to buy one bottle of Hennessy. The whole posse was lit. The whole, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole group, the whole crew, we were nice with one bottle of Hennessy. Now we have to buy three bottles of Hennessy. The first one is like a starter. We warming up. We warming up now. Buy another one. The second one. Okay, yeah, now we're starting to get tipsy now. We need a third one to be like, yo, guys, where are we? Back in the day, it used to take one bottle of Jägermeister. Well, obviously not Jägermeister because it's what, 30 something percent. I'm talking about the 43 percenters. We used to buy one bottle and we know that we nice, boy. One bottle of 5 beers, we nice. Now, Joe, what are you talking about? Black label? Boy, you bought what? You bought 12. Buy more, fine. Why? Because it's fake. It's not the original one anymore. We never had these problems. They even took our favorite drink, beer. They messed it up. They messed up beer. Bro, what else is wrong in the South African stores? What else? Is the pop even pop anymore? I don't think pop slaps as much as it used to back. Okay, I'm joking.
Nature
Pop is still pop, trust me.
this raises further ethical and legal concerns, highlighting the exploitative nature of the operation and the broader dangers associated with illicit trade. While this particular case is egregious, it fits into a broader pattern where high-profile criminal activities involving foreigners are amplified by anti-immigrant movements. Groups such as Operation Dudula and similar campaigns regularly cite incidents of counterfeit goods, unregulated businesses, or drug networks operated by foreign nationals to advance narratives that non-citizens are inherently unlawful or detrimental to local communities. These movements often use such stories to stoke public fear, attract media attention, and push for stricter enforcement against migrant population.
These groups are often used to entice public fear. Listen closely to how this AI Blood Club Brew talks about South Africa or South Africans in general. Because March and Operation Dudula, yes, those are organizations, and Pot is calling me because he doesn't know that I'm streaming, so I'm just gonna pick it up and find out what the blood he wants. Yo, Poison.
Yo, what's going on, brother?
I'm live, in fun. I'm live. I told you I'm live, boy.
Yeah, I know, brother, and I so wish that you could pick up my phone on live. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Mfana, hey, this topic is too sensitive, boys, and I can't even make jokes right now, boy. This lady is selling fake alcohol and orana fake trilogo. Basically, she has a whole factory and like minors, kids, to operate the whole Shandis, boy, and she just so happens to be Nigerian. Imagine.
Then she must fuck off.
I don't know about she must leave because your favorite politician says she's not going anywhere.
Okay, first of all, she's South African.
She's not. She's Nigerian.
Nah, she needs to fuck off, brother.
I don't know, man.
Where's she from? Let the internet know about her, and like she needs to get the fuck out of the country, boy.
I don't know, bro. You're gonna piss off your favorite politician, boy. He doesn't want anything to do with xenophobia, boy. Apparently.
Is she major?
Nah. She's just pregnant. She's just pregnant.
No, I'm saying like, is she major in the sense of like political power wise?
Nah. She seems like a normal.
Is our life are we safe?
She's
Talk about her. That's my whole point.
At this point, I could kill less, Poison. At this point, I feel like talking about anything that I want to talk about. I mean, that's what I've been doing for the past week, Fuman.
Yeah, obviously, like you have a platform and you do have a right to say that.
You feel me? I mean, for example, tell me about the Hennessy that we drinking in clubs right now, boy. Is it the normal one?
It's the 31 Poison.
It's fake, boy.
To extent that, like, we've inside this question, like, your pick and pay alcohol.
It's fake,
the
boy.
power sickle, boy.
It's fake.
And let me not get into it.
Easy, fun.
I'll chop it up, Poison. Love.
Got you, buddy. Why would I lie? We're consuming fake alcohol under your favorite politicians' noses. But if you dare talk about these issues, you must be xenophobic. You have to be xenophobic. How dare you?
Attract media attention and push for stricter enforcement against migrant populations. However, experts emphasize that isolated criminal acts should not be generalized to entire communities. Human rights organizations and government authorities note that the vast majority of foreign nationals in South Africa are law-abiding, contributing members of society who operate legitimate businesses, pay taxes, and support local economies.
I love how this guy is trying to this AI YouTube channel is trying to fix the whole crime that's being discussed here. He's saying that please, whatever you think, global, whatever you think, the international world, please, just understand that it's the minorities that are doing such illicit criminal activities in South Africa. A large majority of foreigners in South Africa are law-abiding citizens, and a large majority of them are contributing to its economy. We're going to get to how they are not contributing to our economy. I'm going to cook on this live stream, so you better click the like button so the algorithm pushes this video to people like you and I who care about this country, people like you and I who care about the truth. Because there are people who are in this live stream right now who do not care about this country, but at least they would love to get an understanding as to what's going on in South Africa on the ground from somebody who's on the ground. You're most welcome.
Who operate legitimate business.
I'm going to play it back a bit so you can hear how this guy is trying to clean up and justify the nonsense that's going on, especially revolving around criminal activity by national foreign migrants, illegal foreign migrants.
Should not be generalized to entire communities.
Listen closely.
Often use such stories to stoke public fear.
Operation Dudula often uses such stories to do what?
Narratives that non-citizens are inherently unlawful or detrimental to local communities. These movements often use such stories to stoke public fear, attract media attention, and push for stricter enforcement against migrant populations.
These movements, like March and March, Operation Dudula, often use such stories to push public fear, garner media attention. What do you mean, sir? This is exactly why we have South Africans in the streets right now trying to get rid of illegal people who do illegal crime in the country. So do not try to paint the organizations like Operation Dudula and March as if they vigilante groups or they have a hidden agenda or anything of that nature. No, don't do that. But guess what? I expect that from a Nigerian ran AI YouTube channel. I expect that. I'm not shocked. Are you shocked? I'm not.
However, experts emphasize that isolated criminal acts should not be generalized to entire communities. Human rights organizations and government authorities note that the vast majority of foreign nationals in South Africa are law-abiding, contributing members of society who operate legitimate businesses, pay taxes.
A large majority of South Africans or of foreigners in South Africa are law-abiding citizens who run legitimate businesses and contributing to South Africa's economy. That's what he said, bar for bar. How much of that is true, Chad? How much of that is true, Chad? For those of you who don't know on the ground what's going on in South Africa, I'll tell you what's going on in South Africa. The South Africans in this live stream already know what's going on in South Africa. So for those of you who don't, stay with me. Listen closely. A large majority of the 300 Ghanaian citizens who were deported out of South Africa last week or the week before this or the week before, out of those 300 people, only 10 of them had papers. Only 10 of them had the documentation to be able to be in this country legally, according to our border management officials there in the Western Cape. No problem. And when those 300, well, obviously not all of them got interviewed, but when those individuals got interviewed and they were asked, what were you doing in South Africa here? What were you employed? What were you? No, I was running a hair salon, you know. Yeah, no, I was running a hair salon. They ask another one. No, I was a nail technician. I was yeah, pedicure, manicure, you know. They were running illegal. I'll tell you why they're illegal. Illegal, informal businesses in the country. Why am I calling them illegal? Simply because if 280 of you guys were here illegally, as far as you not having permits to operate in the country, you being classed as a foreigner that does not comply with our South African migration policies makes you illegal. That alone makes you illegal. Therefore, you cannot logically run a legal business if you're already illegal in the country. Duh! And this person has the nerve to tell us, this AI YouTube channel has the nerve to tell us that the large majority of foreigners in South Africa are operating legal businesses that are contributing to our economy. How is a nail technician that's operating in the informal sector, who doesn't even have the necessary paperwork to be in the country in the first place, how can that person contribute to our economy when they don't have a business that's registered under CIPC? When they don't have a CK number, when they can't issue a CK certificate to say this is the legal business that I'm running, and it's a salon. Mind you, a salon is not even a business that a foreigner is allowed to operate in the country in the first place. The same Ghana country, you can't go to that country as a South African and open up a salon, because that business, that class of business is only previewed for or it's only for the Ghanaian citizens. That's it. No person from any other country can do that. You can't go now to Tanzania and start a salon. You can't go now to Tanzania and open up a small little informal business. You can't do that. Why? Because as of 2025 July, I think it was the 27th, the president there in Tanzania, that lady, decided to make sure that we're gonna reserve spaza shops. You're going to reserve all those small businesses for our citizens. So no foreigner is going to pull up and do that and open such a business. But we have this AI Blackla YouTube channel telling us that the majority of South Africans who are here in the country are operating legal businesses that are contributing to our economy. How can that business contribute to our economy if we can't tax that business? Stop playing with me. Stop playing. Bro, spreading misinformation has to be legal. Chat, I'm sorry. We have to table that in Parliament. We have to table that in our constitution, that it say spreading misinformation on social media has to be a crime. Because there is no way the whole world is playing with us like this, bruh. This is so unfair, dude. This is so unfair, bruh. It's so unfair that South Africa has been framed as horrible human beings. The same human beings that allowed everything to happen. We knew these people are breaking the law. We knew that these people are breaking the law. We know which people are selling drugs in our communities. We know. And we tell our police that say, just go to that corner over there, you're going to find drugs. Our cops go there. They don't even step out their car. They just roll down the window, and the person who was selling those drugs just pulls up to the police van. They talk for like at least 2 minutes. He goes back into the shop. He comes back and hands over something to the cop, and the cop drives off. That brew is still operating till this day. We know who's selling drugs in our country. We know. The police know. So once we say that enough is enough, the whole world is calling us xenophobic, suck my thing. I swear, suck it. Eat it up. You have some nerve.
Contributing members of society who operate legitimate businesses, pay taxes, and support local economies. They argue that painting all migrants with the same brush not only inflames xenophobic sentiment, but also distracts from deeper structural issues that drive crime and social discontent.
All right, we're gonna get to the juicy parts now. Let's go.
The underlying drivers of anti-foreigner sentiment are deeply rooted in South Africa's complex socio-economic landscape. First and foremost is record high unemployment, particularly among local youth. Many South Africans feel that foreign workers compete unfairly for low-skilled labor and small business opportunities, leaving native citizens frustrated and economically vulnerable.
Many South Africans feel like low-class jobs are being taken by foreign nationals. Don't say what local South Africans, don't tell us what local South Africans feel. Do research about these issues. They are well documented on the internet. Do research, talk about research. But no, of course, he's not going to do research and talk about what's really going on in South Africa. He would rather say that this is what South Africans feel when there's evidence of these things happening in our country. Bro, why did God bring this YouTube channel onto my feed, bro? I'm so tired of watching this guy's content, bro. I'm so tired of watching this YouTube channel's content, bro. It frustrates me so much, dude. Yo.
This economic anxiety provides fertile ground for scapegoating, where foreigners are blamed for broader systemic failures rather than addressing the root causes of unemployment, such as inadequate skills development, underinvestment in local industry, and slow economic growth.
I'll play it back. You guys did not hear what this guy just said, bruh. You guys did not hear what this guy said, bruh. I'm playing it back. Listen closely. And I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna pause it. Just listen to what he just said, bruh. Listen to what this guy said, bruh.
Particularly among local youth. Many South Africans feel that foreign workers compete unfairly for low-skilled labor and small business opportunities, leaving native citizens frustrated and economically vulnerable. This economic anxiety provides fertile ground for scapegoating, where foreigners are blamed for broader systemic failures rather than addressing the root causes of unemployment.
Alright, let's address the root causes of unemployment, no problem. But he just said that South Africans are using that as a scapegoat. Don't say that, dog, but whatever.
Such as inadequate skills development.
Alright, cool. So inadequate skills development. Alright, cool. Let's quickly analyze inadequate skills development. So he's saying that that's one issue that South Africans are complaining about, and they scapegoating that problem to foreigners. They trying to link that to foreigners, right?
Rather than addressing the root causes of unemployment, such as inadequate skills development.
He's talking about the inadequate skills development centers that were once built during the apartheid government, which our black ANC government ran down to the ground by underfunding them. We just spoke about this in the previous stream. You wasn't in that stream because you did not click the notification bell so that you notified every time I go live. So you better do it right now because you just missed out on a whole episode. We just spoke about this already. But because you did not hear me talk about it, I'll talk about it now. I forgive you, it's fine. At least you click the like button. I appreciate it. He's talking about the same systems that were built during the apartheid days. The same systems that the ANC government post 94 decided to underfund, decided to defund, just so that they could get fatter in their pockets. That's literally what happened. The same institutions and technicons that we had here in the township that were built by the apartheid government have disappeared completely. So yes, there is a problem of South Africans who don't have access to skills such as, being electricians, plumbing, basic skills, jobs of the future, by the way. Because AI is going to replace everything. AI is going to replace everything. I don't care what you're doing at your workplace. AI is coming to replace you. Because I know for a fact there's not a single plumber in this live stream right now. There's not a single electrician in this in this live stream right now. There's not a single person who knows how to do landscaping in this live stream right now. Because all of us in this live stream, all we care about is jobs such as being a lawyer, we care about being accountants, we care about being software developers, programmers, you know what I'm saying? But guess what? AI is going to replace all of you guys. AI is coming to replace all of you guys. And the jobs of the future are the jobs that South Africans need right now. But we just don't have the institutions where South Africans can learn such skills. Why? Because your ANC government ran those institutions down to the ground, when they looted funds that were allocated during budget speeches to say that we're going to underfund and cut the money that we have to continue supplying to these technical schools to continue upskilling South Africans. So if you think that South Africans' problems, if you think South Africa's problems are currently what we're faced with right now, guess what? I just came back from the future and it looks disgusting. It looks appalling. South Africans are already crying about jobs right now. We are currently writing code to train AI so it can train itself to a point where it will never need me to tell it what to do. I'm writing code right now to replace myself. I'm writing code to replace a software developer. I'm getting paid to automate the systems in a company. I'm getting paid to help an AI that I built to replace me and do my job. There won't be software developers in the next couple of years. There won't be any software developers. There won't be programmers, computer scientists. What do we need you for? We don't need you because we already paid the last software engineer to do your job. So even you, the same guy who wrote that code, bye. We don't need you anymore. Thank you so much. It's Chai. It's Chai, so it's only going to get worse in this country. It's only going to get worse. So I, as a software developer, I might as well just start learning how to be a plumber. Because at least that's what AI can't do. I, as somebody who went to law school, I might as well learn how to be a mechanic. Because your law degree is not going to help you in the future. Oh yeah, I know you're studying to be an accountant. Yeah. There's 16 people watching right now. I know some of you are studying to be accountants. Guess what? I'm currently writing code to replace you. Fact! Why would I lie? I'm gonna be... Bruh. Now they're gonna say, Brian Savannah is fearmongering. He's fearmongering.
Underinvestment in local industry employment, such as inadequate skills development, underinvestment in local industry, and slow economic growth.
Underinvestment in local economies. What do you say? Hold on, what do you say?
Underinvestment in local industry.
Underinvestment in local industry. Yeah, that's facts. Underinvestment in local industry, right? That's facts. That's something that we faced with right now in South Africa, and it's not looking too good, unfortunately. It's not looking too good for us South Africans. Our government could care less about attracting investments that'll help grow our economy.
And slow economic growth.
Which attributes to slow economic growth. And the fact that foreigners are running businesses that aren't taxed, that's a problem too. That's a problem too. Because now you're enjoying the benefits of tax money as far as infrastructure, keeping the lights on in the streets, running the grid, the electrical grid, you know what I'm saying? Maintaining the water supply throughout the city. You're enjoying all those benefits that are being maintained, that were built by South African tax-paying money. But you're running a business in that using the same infrastructure that was built off of taxpayer money, but you're not even contributing to the tax. Again, we saw that with the 300 Ghanaian folk who left the country. A large majority of them said that they were running businesses in South Africa. And if you are an illegal migrant in a country, you can't run a legal business. It has to be illegal because you need the paperwork to identify yourself as the sole proprietor of the or the director of the business. But if you can't do that, then it's illegal. So sharp. These businesses are not contributing into our economy, and that's a problem that we face with in the country. And then they call us xenophobic when we say, please leave the country so we can fix things up in our Home Affairs department, in our Labor department, in all these departments that we have in the country that are failing us because they are being ran by politicians. People who are not even qualified to run these things in the first place. I mean, listen to this lady. She broke it down swiftly.
We are told that our personal income tax system is one of the most progressive ones in the world. But it relies on regressive taxation. Regressive taxation are taxes that continue to tax the poor more while the rich are getting richer. Like VAT, like fuel levy, taxing alcohol, taxing cigarettes. The people are so poor, you're punishing them for the little comfort they're trying to get. Taxing sugar, while multinationals are doing what? Tax evasion. They are transferring their profits abroad without us taxing them adequately. They are price misinvoicing. We are not building the SARS structure that taxes corporates adequately. We are focusing on building the SARS structure that's taxing individuals. So to work in South Africa is a crime.
The same individuals that you're taxing are the same minority that's contributing to the South African purse. Because the middle class is not that big in South Africa. This is, I don't know, South African youth unemployment rate is at what? I don't want to say 60%. No way. That'd be too much. Hold on. No. It can't be 60%. South Africa's what is South Africa's my hands are frozen. Unemployment rate. My hands are frozen. Yo. We got a cold front right now. Give me a number. Hey! Jesus! South Africa's youth unemployment rate, ages 15 to 24. Hey, 60%. I thought I was just thumb-sucking that number. I knew that I heard it from somewhere. We are finished. And then you're going to bring AI into this country. It's chai. And then you're going to bring AI into this country. Mark my words, politicians are going to start singing the song of companies cannot use AI. Because if they start using AI, that means there won't be any jobs for our youth. We are already in a 60% unemployment rate of the youth between the age of 15 and 24. So we cannot have the white monopoly running their businesses and operations using AI. I'm telling you, they're gonna make it illegal for companies to use AI in this country. Why? Because if they let companies use AI in this country, the South African youth unemployment rate is gonna skyrocket to 80%. Facts! Hey, it's chai, oh, it's chai. We are finished. I'm not overreacting. We are finished.
Because you bear the brunt of taxation.
Being a middle class citizen in South Africa is torture. Boy, they tax you, boy. And when you see how this money is being spent by our politicians, you realize that, say, guys, what am I working for? If you guys are taking so much money that I'm working so hard for, but when I have to drive from my house to work, I can't even drive nicely because the roads I miss. I can't even get to work on time because the street lights don't work. The robots don't work. The traffic lights are off. The people who are controlling traffic happen to be street kids. Amapara, like kids who are unemployed. Those are the people who are helping traffic move in the mornings in South Africa. When it's rush hour in the morning, these people are helping cars move because the robots are not working. So traffic is crazy and heavy. The potholes on our roads is bop. But I'm going to the office to go earn a living and get that little money taxed, the blood clot out of it, goes to Parliament. The same Parliament doesn't come back to my community to fix the roads, to fix the lights. And I should shut up and just let it happen? South Africans are pissed. They are pissed at this point. And now everyone is shocked that people is in the streets trying to get rid of every single illegal foreigner in the country because people just feel like this is getting out of hand. It's been out of hand and we've been quiet. We've been waiting for politicians to do something about it. They did nothing about it. And now you're going to call us xenophobic? South Africans are like, bait. We'll wear that xenophobia jacket like it's the last thing. Like it's the best thing since, I don't know what, chicken. Well, that didn't work. That didn't go how I was hoping it would go. But you get what I'm trying to say? The nerve of these people.
We lose annually, Mr. President, from illicit financial flows. This loose corporate tax system we are running, an estimate of at least 100 billion rands. And that's in the cigarette industry. Only I'm not talking the other areas.
Yo, Kurt is saying it's okay because the street lights are at the scrapyard. With the copper. Like, say that's funny, bro. That's facts.
Second, strained infrastructure plays a significant role. Public healthcare, education, and municipal services are often overstretched, with overcrowding in hospitals and schools a common occurrence.
That's simply because the infrastructure was meant to cater for a certain number of human beings at a time. You get what I'm saying? We spoke about this in the previous stream and you wasn't even there, so subscribe and do the right thing. Anyway, when we plan a town, when we plan Kempton Park, for instance, as an example, we need to figure out how many houses are going to be in Kempton Park. We need to figure out how many schools we're going to have to build in Kempton Park to cater for the number of households that we are planning on having in Kempton Park. We are planning on having 100 houses in Kempton Park. The average household has at least 2 parents. The average household has at least 3 kids, 2 kids. So let's say each household has 5 people. So out of 100 houses, that's what, 5,000 people? 500 people in total. So this community of 100 houses is going to have 500 people. Out of that 500 people, let's say maybe, I don't know, blood clot, 200 of them are kids. They're going to be children. Fair. That means we're going to have to build a school that will cater for 200 children. That means we will have to build an electricity grid that will cater for 100 households. We will have to cater a budget that will produce or build or sustain and maintain an infrastructure of sewage or garbage or whatever, or garbage collection that will be sustainable for a community of 100 houses. We don't just build cities. We're not stupid. We go to school for these things so we can make the right decisions when we build things. When we build this apartment building, we need to make sure that the sewage system that we're gonna install here or make here has to cater for as many apartments as we're gonna build here. We're not gonna underestimate the budget that we need to set to make sure that the sewage system here runs swiftly. Otherwise, pee is gonna be all over the place, poop is gonna be all over the place. So we have to go to school for these things so we can be able to build a working infrastructure and municipality for 100 houses in Kempton Park. Fair enough. Now you have an influx of foreign nationals who pull up from anywhere in Africa, who come into Kempton Park, our city. They come into Kempton Park however way they come. We don't even know how many foreigners we have in South Africa. Our own government doesn't know how many foreigners are in South Africa. Our own government cannot tell you how many of them are legal or how many of them are illegal. They can't. They don't know. Now you have an influx of people coming into a system that was meant to cater for 100 households. Now it's no longer 5 people per household. Now it's no longer 500 people in this small little community. Now you have houses in this community that are housing 15 people at once. Now the toilet is not getting flushed by 5 people anymore. It's getting flushed by 15 people. So it's 3 times. It's 3 times the strain of the sewage system. The sewage system has to now cater for 3 times as much poo and piss that it wasn't meant or built to sustain. What do you think is going to happen in Kempton Park? What do you think is going to happen to the electricity grid itself? Tell me, Cedric, say something. You're too quiet. Kurt, you guys are too quiet. Tobeka, say something. You guys are too quiet. What do you think is going to happen to Kempton Park? On top of that, you have people who do not want to pay rates and taxes. The people in the community refuse to pay rates and taxes. The garbage collector is like, bruh, I'm not gonna go collect the garbage if I'm not getting paid. What's the point of me going to collect garbage in Kempton Park? I'm not going there. Boom, now we have load shedding. Because the grid is just struggling to sustain this community that it wasn't even planned for in the first place. And that's what's going in South Africa. And people have the nerve to call us xenophobic when we say that we want things to work again. Please, we just want things to work again. We just want to eradicate load shedding. We just want to make sure that we have clean water again in our taps. And then your favorite ANC government fails to maintain the same pipe system that was meant to bring water into our blood clot houses. Now South Africans are subjected to collecting water using squeeze bottles, using dikupu bottles from the water tank mafia. Now we have a whole tender in the country that supplies water. What's going on? Guys, am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy, bruh. Yo, tell me if I'm crazy, bruh. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into these things. Oh my God. Oh, Brian, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. No, it's not that serious, Brian. You're overreacting. One more page. What do you mean you only hear ha ha ha? Hold on. Using squeeze bottles things to work again. Please, we just want things to work again. What do you mean you only hear ha ha ha? Get a new phone, bruh. Blood clot. Anyway.
Anti-immigrant campaigns sometimes claim that foreigners disproportionately access these resources, contributing to systemic stress. While access is largely legal and regulated, the perception of inequality fuels resentment, particularly in communities already facing poverty and inadequate social services. Third, pervasive poverty and inequality exacerbate tensions. Many South Africans live in marginal conditions, struggling to meet basic needs. Foreign-owned convenience shops, micro-enterprises, and informal sector businesses are often highly visible in these communities. In times of economic stress, locals may perceive these businesses as taking opportunities away from them, further amplifying resentment and providing justification for anti-immigrant rhetoric. The interplay between these deep socio-economic causes and visible triggers, such as high-profile criminal incidents, becomes a potent mix for xenophobic sentiment. The counterfeit alcohol operation in Emalaheni, along with other incidents involving illegal goods, unregulated retail shops, or minor criminal syndicates, becomes symbolic of larger grievances. While these crimes must be addressed through law enforcement, framing them as representative of an entire foreign population oversimplifies the issue and risks promoting discrimination and violence. Crime and stereotyping are central to the problem. Anti-immigrant movements frequently generalize isolated criminal activities to brand all non-nationals as unlawful or dangerous, while some...
Unfortunately, bro, we're not gonna stop, dude. We're not gonna stop exposing the rot in the country. We're not gonna stop. If you think we're gonna stop, then you must be I promised myself I won't cuss on this channel ever again, because I just realized that these kids who watch this channel to learn about these issues in the country, and they find my energy entertaining or more relatable, as opposed to listening to the likes of I don't know who. I don't want to name drop, but say these people who do what I'm trying to do, but they doing it in a boring way. You'll feel what I'm saying. So, yeah. My bad for cussing on this channel. It won't happen again. I promise you guys, okay? Anyway, enough. I'm done. I can't keep torturing myself like this. I'm just glad that you guys were able to join me so I can torture you guys too, so I wasn't alone at least. Yeah, enough torturing for the day. You guys make sure you click the like button before you leave this video. I'd really appreciate it. Again, as I always say, subscribe, click the notification bell so you notify when I go live again. Stop playing with me. I'd really appreciate it. Shout out to you, Tande. Shout out to you, Kurt. These questions in here which I can't get into because I have to drive. Chat. I got somewhere to be. Isan, my bad. I'm like 30 minutes late already, so I just have to make a phone call quickly and come up with a lie, an excuse of why I'm late. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Without any further ado, tomorrow. Bye-bye.